Hello, everyone. Welcome to another review for our LAMP practitioners. And today we shall be finishing our topic on hypertension, management and prevention. Let's welcome Mom Trix.
Hello, Doc. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, how do you define hypertension? Is it a common health problem?
Hypertension is the sustained elevation, at least two measures of systemic arterial blood pressure. And yes, it is a common health problem. The BP must be at 140 systolic and 90 diastolic, and 30% of all adults have it.
Okay, are we one of them? So
Hopefully, yes.
the idea, okay, yeah. So uh, it should be more than 140 over more than 90, no?
Oo.
But siguro others would love to already take medications, medyo lower siya. But for now, let's follow the 140 over 90 na range. Is hypertension involved in other diseases? If so, which ones?
Yes, it's involved with other diseases, which can lead to diabetes, renal failure, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and others.
Yes. So, um, if you have hypertension, there is always the possibility that you can have diabetes, it can result in renal failure, and also hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Lumalaki yung heart mo. So when the heart
Oh.
is enlarged, it is not performing optimally. What causes hypertension?
Caused by increased workload of the heart, which can stem from increased blood volume, pressure, or viscosity. Kidney failure causes retention of water. It can be caused by stress, obesity, remodeling of vascul- vasculature, and chronic inflammation.
Okay. So if you have increased blood volume, when there is increased pressure or viscosity, um, this can cause hypertension. And when you have kidney failure, there will be water retention. Okay. It can also be caused by stress, obesity, remodeling of vasculature, and chronic inflammation. What is the difference between primary and secondary hypertension?
Primary is idiopathic, and it's hard to tell what caused the hypertension. Mm, and thought to be either genetic, a sedentary lifestyle, or a diet that could lead to primary 90 to 95% of all cases, while secondary, for the other 5%, is hypertension that stems from another disease such as chronic inflammation or kidney failure.
So, most of the people have primary, or idiopathic hypertension, 90 to 95%. Okay, what is the term used to describe increased aortic pressure? How does this relate to high blood pressure? How does this affect how the heart works? What cardiomyopathies could result from this? Hmm.
Increased afterload, when the aortic pressure increases, the heart has to contract harder to overcome that pressure, and then the overall blood pressure is increased. If this is sustained for long periods of time, the workload is increased and the heart muscle can become hypertrophic with
Okay.
HH
Hypertensive
dilate.
cardiomyopathy, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, no? Kakaroon tayo ng heart failure. How is the sympathetic nervous system involved in blood pressure regulation? And what goes wrong when you have hypertension? Mhm.
So it stimulates the heart with catecholamines to increase cardiac output and the arteries and veins to vasoconstrict to increase blood pressure. With an excessive firing of the SNS, You can see the hypertension through the increased inotropy due to increased receptor reactivity of catecholamines, and if epinephrine or norepinephrine spill into the blood, the vasculature can become remodeled.
That's norepinephrine. No?
Norepinephrine.
How is the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system involved in blood pressure regulation?
It's mainly used to keep blood pressure and volume steady by increasing both if they are too low. Angiotensin 2 is a vasoconstrictor and increases blood pressure along the ADH. It is responsible for the heart's remodeling and hypertrophy with hypertension. Aldosterone also increases blood volume and blood pressure as well due to salt retention.
How is natriuretic hormone involved in blood pressure? How do changes lead to hypertension?
So, natriuretics are very sensitive to potassium, sodium, and calcium. So if there are any high levels of the ions, they won't work. They work as a balance for the RAA system and works to remove sodium from the body. If the sodium levels increase and the natriuretics become ineffective, blood pressure will continue to rise.
What is the role of that inflammation plays in the pathogenesis of hypertension?
Inflammation is followed quickly by vasodilation, and if blood pressure is abnormally high, inflammation might be able to lower BP. However, chronic inflammation can lead to decreased perfusion of the kidneys, which can create ischemia. A lot of WBC activity will increase viscosity and lower RBC counts, resulting in anemia, which is followed by increased workload of the heart to make up for less cells and a rise in blood pressure. It is possible to see benefits by activating inflammatory markers in a controlled manner. There could be a methodology created to start lowering hypertension.
How does endothelial cell dysfunction contribute to hypertension? Give some examples of diseases that are related to endothelial cell dysfunction.
Uh, Endothelial cell dysfunction causes a decrease in production of nitric oxide and increased levels of endothelin. If vasodilators like NO are around and there's a rise in vasoconstrictors, blood pressure can rise because the vessels can't relax and compliance goes down.
What factors are associated with primary hypertension?
Family history, age, gender, black population, high sodium intake, glucose intolerance, cigarette smoking, obesity, high alcohol consumption, low potassium, calcium, and magnesium.
Yeah. What is isolated systolic hypertension? How is it different from um, primary or secondary hypertension?
ISH is abnormally high systolic blood pressure without a rise of diastolic pressure. Because of this only affects systolic pressure, we know that the problem lies within the either cardiac output and or total peripheral resistance. Primary and secondary are due to a plethora of issues, and treatment can't be as specific as lowering heart rate and venous return.
What is complicated hypertension? And what does this affect in what way?
Chronic hypertensive damage to the walls of The systemic blood vessels. This affects the kidney, the brain, the heart, extremities, and eyes. And you can see the structural and functional issues within these vessels, hemorrhagic stroke, or remodeling of vasculature in the brain.
How is hypertension diagnosed? Can you measure it one time and go with that value? What things can you think of that might affect a blood pressure reading?
It's diagnosed as a sustained and repeatedly high blood pressure. So if there are abnormally high blood pressures in two or more consecutive doctor visits, you can be diagnosed as hypertensive. You can check the urine for proteins or glucose. Kidney failure and inefficient retention can be a cause of hypertension. Listen to dysthymnias, which can be tied to the effect of aldosterone killing functional synthias. Stress levels, nicotine, and caffeine affect blood pressure readings, so making sure not to smoke or drink coffee can help as well as just being relaxed in a doctor's office.
How do you treat hypertension?
Can be treated by lifestyle modifications like changing diet, exercise, drinking moderately, not smoking, relieving stress. The medical ways to treat hypertension are diuretics. It stops ADH and allows for blood volume to go down. Inhibitors to stop the formation of angiotensin II, which causes remodeling and vasoconstriction, as well as receptor blockers of angiotensin II and aldosterone.
What is hypotension?
It's an abnormally low blood pressure systolic below 90 and diastolic below 70. Low blood pressure can lead to less oxygen and nutrients going to the tissues and the brain.
What is orthostatic hypotension? Is this ever normal when?
Orthostatic is the hypertension associated with standing up. It's normal and you feel dizzy, vision gets weak, and there can be syncope. Can get You can get it acutely from prolonged immobility, reacting to a drug, starving or exhausted, blood volume depletion, dehydration, venous cooling, changes in blood chemistry, osmolarity of blood can change filtration.
What is the Frank-Starling curve when you stand up?
Uh, First, to stand up, the blood pressure decreases, and then the volume shifts in change of posture, initiate baroreceptor flex to increase sympathetic activity, and then reflex increases HR and constricts arterioles, and then BP is maintained.
What are the differences between acute and chronic hypotension?
Acute is associated with prolonged immobility associated to illness, exhaustion, starvation, or drug reactions. They are commonly secondary and sedentary lifestyle that can be modified reasonably easily. Chronic orthostatic hypotension is more harmful. It can be seen as primary and it's secondary to adrenal insufficiency, intracranial tumors, and DM, and is harder to treat.
Do people always know if they have hypertension?
No, they only once they see symptoms, the physiological changes can be reversed. 30% of the US have hypertension and they don't know. Hypertension is known as a silent disease because it does a thing to your body that you don't know about for a while.
Okay. What is isolated systolic hypertension associated with? Or in
What
other words, what brings it about? Like what causes it?
uh, caused by the stiffening of the vascular walls.
Yeah, that means aging na, no? Tumitigas na. So, for those who can relate, try to check your systolic, no? When would we see isolated diastolic hypertension naman?
Never.
What could
Ne-
increase total peripheral resistance or TPR?
Uh, Vasoconstriction, CAD, remodeling of the vasculature, anything that increases RBC numbers or viscosity,
What is the biggest problem with hypertension?
hypertrophy.
Yeah, this is what we want to prevent, no? Does salt intake really lead to hypertension?
Yes, because you can retain fluid
So how
and
much salt lang do we have to consume? Like how much teaspoon, how
less,
much? Yeah.
less, dapat less, half a teaspoon lang dapat for
Uh,
the day.
yeah, one half or two-thirds, or maybe one-third, di ba?
Mm.
What does habitual smoking lead to in the heart? Or how does habitual smoking affect the heart?
It affects with a lot of vasoconstriction because nicotine is a vasoconstrictor, and remodeling. It can't vasolidate, as
Vasodilate, yeah.
vasodilate.
How
Sorry.
does obesity lead to hypertension o mga obese siya? Oh my God.
Uh, Associated with increased salt intake and increased vessel length,
Yes.
increased PPR.
Why do people with diabetes have a higher chance of hypertension?
Because of kidney problems
Yeah,
and could protect vessels by laying down collagen. You could damage the kidneys.
yeah. Kidney problems. What are common causes of secondary hypertension?
Kidney issues, adrenal tumor.
Hmm. What is the function of beta blockers?
They decrease heart rate and lower blood pressure.
What is the most common type of hypotension?
Orthostatic, right?
Yeah, that means the blood pressure drops when we change position. What are symptoms of hypotension?
Fainting and dizziness.
The pressure of flowing blood against the arterial walls is called
Blood pressure.
a measurement of the blood's peak pressure
mm,
is called,
Systolic blood
yes,
pressure.
measurement of the constant minimal pressure between contractions of the heart.
Diastolic.
Instrument that measures BP.
Sphygmomanometer.
Difference between systolic and diastolic blood pressure is called,
Pulse pressure.
yes, this is also important. So high blood pressure is,
140 over
yeah,
90.
over 90 or 99. Hypertension is called hypertension. What about low BP? Less than 100 over less than 60. That's hypotension. Okay, an immediate unexpected drop in blood pressure as a result of a rapid posture change is called,
Orthostatic hypotension.
okay, the vital sign blood pressure measures what?
Measures the efficiency of the heart's contractions and is an indicator of cardiovascular performance.
Yeah, that's why it's important to take the blood pressure, no? The variables that affect blood pressure are,
Age, gender, race, fitness, stress levels, and medication.
okay. What is the normal range for an adult systolic blood pressure?
100 to 140.
What is the normal range for an adult's diastolic blood pressure?
60 to 90.
Okay, what are the steps in measuring palpatory systolic pressure? So let's do this. First,
Uh,
you get you got an alcohol disinfected stethoscope because there is a possibility that you may have used this on other patients, no? Or somebody else used it, sphygmomanometer, and notation materials. Then you have to wash your hands, introduce yourself, and identify the procedure to the patient. Position the patient accordingly. Patient's arm should be comfortably extended and firmly supported. Then you have to roll up the sleeves to expose the arm. Apply the blood pressure cuff around the brachial artery. Palpate radial pulse point while inflating the blood pressure cuff. Eventually, the radial pulse will no longer be palpable, no? When the pulse has ceased, continue to inflate cuff an additional 30. Gradually release the valve's pressure and monitor gauge as cuff deflates. Ensure that needle decreases at a rate no greater than 3 millimeters mercury per second. When the pulse again becomes palpable, record the gauge reading. This is your palpatory systolic pressure. Deflate the cuff and wait 1 minute, no, to allow for the restoration of regular blood flow. So these are the steps in measuring systolic and diastolic. So first, you locate the brachial pulse. Place your fingertips over the brachial artery and palpate. When you detect the pulse, apply the bell of stethoscope to the point your fingers were resting. No pulse should be audible. Retighten the pressure valve on the cuff and begin inflation. So as mentioned earlier, we quickly inflate the cuff to an additional 30 millimeters mercury above the palpatory systolic pressure. Dadagdagan mo pa, no? Then gradually release the valve's pressure, monitor gauge as the cuff deflates. Ensure that the needle decreases at a rate no greater than 3 millimeters mercury per second. At the first audible heartbeat, record the gauge reading. The first, yung audible na first. This is the systolic pressure. Continue to gradually deflate the cuff. The heartbeat will suddenly become muffled or will completely cease to be audible. Record the gauge reading the moment this occurs. This is the diastolic reading. Okay, so if you are using the digital, and I'm sure most of you do, you try to get at least 3 readings, no? Kasi baka magpanic, mataas pala. So then you get the average. Okay, thank you so
mm.
much, Ma'am Trix, for
Thank you, Doc.
very wonderful performance. Thank you so much. Let's take a short break.